In the ever-changing landscape of international relations, America's role stands out as a central figure, shaping global power structures with its strategic decisions and policies. The post-Cold War era positioned the United States as a dominant force, dictating the contours of diplomatic engagements. The implications of this unipolarity resonate beyond borders, influencing economic, military, and environmental policies worldwide. America's leadership has often been tested, especially in a world where emerging powers are vying for influence, challenging the established norms set by the West. The global competition intensifies as nations such as China assert their maritime ambitions and expand their influence across the Indian Ocean and beyond. In response, the United States is realigning its strategies to counter these developments, reaffirming its commitment to allies while navigating complex relationships with adversaries. The tension inherent in this dynamic creates a fertile ground for conflicts and negotiations, with leaders striving to balance cooperation with a competitive mindset. In this context, U.S. foreign policy emerges as a multifaceted tool aimed at preserving its relevance and authority in shaping the rules of international engagements. As America grapples with these challenges, discussions around its ability to lead the West become increasingly pertinent. The role of multilateral organizations and alliances in promoting stability and collective security reflects an acknowledgement that global issues require cooperative solutions. However, the effectiveness of U.S. leadership is sometimes questioned, particularly in light of differing national interests among allies. The story of aid and development in Bangladesh is woven with the threads of hope and support from organizations like USAID. For decades, the United States has championed various initiatives, from education programs to healthcare initiatives, that have transformed the lives of countless individuals. These programs have provided essential services in poverty-stricken areas, facilitated disaster response during natural calamities, and offered aid in the Rohingya refugee crisis, amplifying the resilience of communities under threat. However, a seismic shift occurred with the advent of Donald Trump's administration. His America First ideology reshaped the nation's approach to foreign engagements, pushing for a reevaluation of U.S. expenditures abroad. Trump's public pronouncements of cutting back on foreign aid raised eyebrows and drew criticism globally. The stark statement, "Why are we giving away money when we need it here?" encapsulated a philosophy prioritizing domestic interests over international assistance, leading to the implementation of an extensive moratorium on funding, particularly impacting Bangladesh significantly. The halt of aid ignited a firestorm of reactions. In Bangladesh, officials voiced their dismay, underscoring the abrupt disruption of critical programs that relied heavily on U.S. support. NGOs and local organizations echoed these sentiments, expressing grave concerns over the shuttering of essential services that the most vulnerable populations desperately needed. On the international stage, while some allies, including the EU, sprang into action to mitigate the fallout, other critics lambasted the US decision as a retreat from global responsibilities and a sign of growing isolationism. Meanwhile, a vocal segment of American conservatives viewed this cut as a necessary step, applauding the reclaiming of national resources. As the ramifications of this decision unfolded, the consequences became increasingly evident. Health services were jeopardized, educational projects stalled, and refugee support crumbled under the strain of budget shortfalls. The broader implications highlighted a diminishing U.S. influence on the global stage, comparable to instances where funding was similarly curtailed in other regions. The narrative of aid to Bangladesh had transformed dramatically, serving not just as a local concern, but as a symbol of a shift in U.S. foreign policy that echoed around the globe. Ultimately, this decision to cease USAID to Bangladesh resonated far beyond borders, serving as a profound message to the international community about the changing dynamics of youth engagement and leadership in the world.